Hi everyone, Michelle here, and welcome to the DailyM. What does it take to be a good leader? And not just a leader of a business, but a leader in your overall life, because qualities of a good leader are going to make you a great human being. So years ago, I read this article, and I've kept this in mind and actually in my files on 7 things that actually make and establish a good leader, and I think they're worthwhile. The first one is self-awareness. You have to know who you are. You have to know your behaviors. You have to know your moods. And no better way than to establish your own self-awareness than with a yoga practice. The second one is self-regulation. So you can look at that as discipline, right? Like in your yoga class, you have to be able to use discipline to alter your mood, maybe your behaviors, but self-awareness and self-regulation. And then the third one is suspending judgment. So you have to, as a good leader or a good human being, think about it. You need to lean back. You need to listen. You can't have the last word. You don't want to have an agenda or filters in your mind. You have to be open-minded, and you have to have an open heart. You want to suspend judgment. And the fourth one is motivation. So motivation being why you're doing what you're doing. And it has to come from a place of passion. So in other words, it can't be from a source of wanting to make more money or a source of status and recognition. That's all well and good, but your motivation has got to be sincere. I think we're on the 5th one, which is the most important one, empathy. You have to have empathy, and empathy is not sympathy, where you're sympathizing with someone's feelings. And again, it's not diplomacy either, where you're just kind of being, rational and reasonable. It's kind of a little bit of both, where it's more compassion. And I think it's the most important one in a leader as a human being, and it's that emotional intelligence, right? You have to have an understanding of what's going on from a more spirit level. So empathy is really key in being a good human being, and especially being a good leader. The 6th one is pursuing your goals. So you can't just sit at home and twiddle your thumbs, right? So you've got to pursue, and people ask me all the time, like, what would I say are the keys to success? Faith and perseverance. And pursuing your goals, you got to be persevering, and you have to do the grind, and you've got to take action and do the hustle. You got to make decisions, and you have to move, right? Not just aiming all the time. Take action. And then the final one is social skills, and that's pretty interesting, and I don't think we talk about that one very much, but you have to be willing to stick your neck out. You have to be willing to really get out there and be a little bit more extroverted, even if you're introverted, finding common ground with people and situations. So interesting 7. Let me see if I can name them again for you, right? First one is self-awareness. Second one is self-regulation or discipline. The third one is suspending judgment, right? The 4th one is your motivation. The 5th one is empathy. The 6th one is pursuing your goals. And then the 7th one is your social skills. Good stuff, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please comment and share.